All right, I think we're live. What's up,
Oh
guys?
yeah.
What's up to everyone watching?
What's
What's up,
poppin',
everybody?
guys?
But yes, we have Professor Chaos and Cannabis Library, aka Max and aka Grant Patterson. Um, yeah, if you guys want to introduce yourselves. Now,
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, I'll go first, but yeah, no, my boy Andrew and me, we've been doing a couple lives for I don't know, like a month or two now. I'm just getting into the YouTube stuff, but I'm just glad to be along for the ride and loving my two friends that I've kind of met through this like little weed tube encounters, Andrew and Grant. So yeah.
I'm GP. I run the Cannabis Library. It's kind of just, I guess, different type of reviews and a little bit political. I will say I do talk a little bit of political shit on there as well with the cannabis shit. But regardless, I appreciate anybody who tunes in and comes to smoke with us.
Hey, someone's got to talk about that shit. You know what I mean?
Bro,
So,
I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's enough stoner politics. Like I feel like it would be funny to get a live stream with somebody who's on this platform that feels one way, and then somebody that feels the exact same way, and they're doing like a heated debate, just taking dabs the whole time. Because I feel like they would stop being mad at each other, but still trying to argue. They'd be like, "Dude, you're wrong, but like I support you, you know?" Like it would just be like a really funny debate at that point.
I also feel like most weed smokers, when it comes to that stuff, really agree. It's just like, who are you even talking to? Like, who doesn't agree with that? You know what I mean?
That's
it's like,
true.
It's
Yeah.
like even hard to find people at this point who are like, no, I think people should be in jail. Like, it's not even that. You know what I'm saying? I think people should be in jail for a joint. I think that's reasonable. Like, I think we're pretty far past those times, but somehow not somehow, but through strategic ways, the laws still haven't changed enough, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I just started following those paid like on my Professor Chaos Instagram, those pages that do like the kind of like almost like what Grant does. Shout out DabX. I just got mine in.
Oh shit. I'm left out. I'm rolling
No,
up.
Grant's
It's
gonna
coming
get
soon. It's coming soon.
Yeah, Grant's gonna get his coming in, but it's a terrific piece of I loved like what they were like the keywords they were putting on. Like they were like it's aerotech design, and I loved the how they called like the when you like start the dab, they call it a flight sequence. I was like, these are real good smart keywords.
So we got 20 people. Let me just say what's up to everyone. Deader 420, Jonathan's World 420, Ryan, Jason, Dominic. Shout out to Dominic. I know you've been in here. Meepon, Zuzu, and yeah, shout out to the people.
What's good, Dominic?
What's up, Dominic? Yeah, no, Dominic's a real one. He's on like all of our channels consistently. But everybody in here, we love you all. We're all taking dabs for you.
I actually met the dab. Yeah, I did. So it was cool. It was a cool experience. You most of the time you use a product, you never really meet the owners or whatever. So it was cool that they flew me out, and well, they didn't fly me out, but they offered to fly me out. But then I wanted to bring my homies, and if I was just gonna get flown out, it wouldn't. Then they would have to spend money to fly out too and stuff. So we just went in a car, took like 2-3 cars with us.
That's sick.
It was a sick ass time. Like it's sick that I actually got to vlog it too. I had like 4 vlogs from it. It was sick.
No, they seem like a legit company. I love companies that I hate companies that I like not hate, but I feel like for instance, with the company that I was working for before this, Vi Hempco, we were connecting with you guys like on a legit level and cared about your guys' content and things like that. And that's what made me want to get into it, And I feel like that's why the DabX guys have such good connections in this industry, is because they actually care about like their products, the people who use their products, and so on and so forth. They literally say like on the thing, a dab product made by dabbers, and that's obviously the best kind of product.
I met the guy, and this guy was taking fat dabs. Like I had
that
to say yeah to his dabs that he gave me, just so I didn't look like a bitch. I was fucking taking those hits, but yeah, that shit. Yeah, he's a dabber for sure. And the reason why he got into it is because his dad was like sick, and he wanted to give his dad like a proper product to take, the good medicine that we all deserve. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that he had like a motive. You know what I mean?
And it's also like, it's like no hate on Puffco, but I just feel like to go from, for instance, I have, I've always been about glass rigs. I've always had like 3 or 4 under my belt. Like to go from just not using those and not using a slurper or rig or any kind of whatever, and then to go from like an e-rig as a daily driver is pretty hard. So having a product that you can use on glass rigs like that is way, more incentivizing in my opinion,
Yeah, and that's the reason why Puffco is giving those like glass attachments, to give a personalization to them and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just never, I don't know, like Puffcos are cool, but I just find that they don't work as much as they do, like in my opinion,
I agree. And for me, the biggest issue, because I have one as well, my biggest issue with this public cleaning, to be completely real with you, and
cleaning, yes,
that goes into trying to clean it and all that type of stuff, and like very minor filtration, like you're saying, you have to upgrade the top to get like good filtration, but that's the Puffco already was so expensive, and now you're making like a substantial investment into like the top part and the attachments and stuff. So I agree. I'm excited to have other options and shit like that. Even having the torch sometimes, to be honest, I don't mind as much. But
no, yeah, you both have Puffco, and I've actually seen you use the torch. You're like, I ain't trying to use the Puffco right now. So like, yeah, what are you smoking on? I was just curious.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's called Purple Drake is actually the name of the flower. My dealer out here has been having some ridiculous shit because I go to the dealer most of the time out here.
Yeah.
I've actually been tapped in recently with some crazy dealers out here in Chicago, and like I'm going to a weed smoking like Super Bowl event on Sunday. Supposed to be there's like this venue, bro, and they got like movie theater screens and stuff out here in Chicago. And I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna probably smoke over there and eventually probably make content over there. But for the Super Bowl, smoking.
I'm down to watch that shit.
Hey, after this, I'm about to go see the new Jackass movie with my best friend, so I'm gonna let you know how that is. I'm pretty excited. The fact that they're old as fuck and they're like, you know what America needs right now? Some more Jackass. That's what I'm stoked to see.
Dude, I'm surprised that one of those fuckers agreed to have Francis Ngannou punch him in the balls.
Yeah, literally. Well, at this point in their careers, they're not making children. They haven't been able to make children for years. They're like any part of like reproductive part of their bodies. They're just literally like, whatever, give me $20,000 to get kicked in the nuts because they just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
You guys gonna watch that fight tomorrow though? I don't know if y'all watch UFC at all.
Oh yeah, no, I do. I love you.
Okay, but Israel Adesanya fights tomorrow.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, and Derek Lewis fights tomorrow too. Yeah. Derek Lewis and Israel Adesanya. He's fighting what's his name?
Robert Whitaker.
Oh, I did see that. I'm stoked.
No, that just slipped my mind. I was watching the weigh-ins today too. It slipped my mind that was tomorrow. What the fuck? But yes, I'm definitely watching that. I'm definitely a MMA fan. Israel Adesanya. It's gonna be a good rematch. He destroyed him in the first fight, so we'll see how he's improved and shit.
And he's been fighting up. Like Israel Adesanya he fought up a weight class. Like, so that means you come back a little bit tougher when you fought like up, like especially in the UFC like that. It's not as easy as like boxing is having the range of these different weight classes.
Yeah.
These guys' hands be so heavy now.
MMA, you get to distribute your weight a lot more than just boxing. You brush up against someone on boxing, so what? But you take someone down and you let them carry the weight. That's a whole new ballgame. You know what I mean?
For sure. Israel Adesanya, based off his light heavyweight fight, might be lucky he never had to fight John Jones. John Jones might have for real, bro.
No, yeah.
Like
John
John Jones
Jones-
might have made it to where like he wasn't a legitimate fighter anymore. Like if he had to fight John Jones, but John Jones is dangerous.
Everybody always talks about being scared of John Jones. Literally,
I used to be a big John Jones fan, but then just the shit he does outside and like the steroids and all that shit, it's just, dude, this guy's a prick.
He likes doing cocaine, bro. He likes cocaine a lot.
he like
But hitting a pregnant lady, hitting her, and getting in a hit and run with a rented car, hitting a pregnant lady and booking it, like I think that's some scumbag shit. You know what I mean? Like, and he used to narc.
Dude, think about his profession, bro. His profession is to almost kill somebody in a cage.
Yeah,
Like you got to think about like the sanity of somebody too.
that's true.
That's like his little job profession is to almost end somebody's life every day.
I was also just reading how they're like they have to legally register their fists as weapons. Like that's so crazy that you're just like I can't even get in a fight with you because I'll just kill you. Like you know, like
they'll get felonies.
Yeah,
like,
crazy.
They won't get like misdemeanor assaults. They'll get like, felony attempted
murder.
murder.
Deadly weapon, bro.
Yeah, with a deadly weapon.
Like people be talking in the streets like in fights
that
and
shit's
stuff.
Fire.
Oh, you tried this?
I've had milk in those containers. Like I swear, like there's that type of farm because I had it in Texas and they have it here. It's like in the same type of container and everything, and it's gas, chocolate milk, right?
No, this is root beer milk.
Oh, we have chocolate milk in that type of container.
People like I first heard about this from my homie Monty, and I was like, "What the fuck? That's gross." And then it just tastes like a root beer float, and I was thinking about it. Yeah, you're right.
And I was thinking about it.
Yeah, and then that's just fire. Shit gets my stomach.
I got so mad. I tried the like the golden fish crackers or whatever, like the snacks, and how they always have like the cheddar, like the really cheddary flavor. I always love those. And they threw in like a sour, like a flavor blasted version. And they threw in like a sour like and cheddar version, and it was so awful. I threw that shit away like immediately. I was like, this is like I don't know who sits there and tries these flavors and they're like, bro, write that down. This is the flavor that we need to produce. Like it's literally like awful.
Definitely.
If you like root beer, I could see how somebody could like the root beer milk like that though.
Oh yeah. Do you like root beer floats? That shit's fire.
Not really.
Oh no. Oh.
But if somebody did, I could see the appeal. I get it for sure.
Yeah, I don't drink milk often. Like
I don't even drink milk. I'm like completely lactose. I love almond milk like beyond.
Yeah.
My mom said back in China, like they don't even fuck with dairy, like no milk, nothing. Like
it's a very like Western thing to like drink milk and from a cow.
I was surprised when she said that.
What's good,
like, you know,
I'm in Chicago. How you guys doing? Anybody who's in Chicago, what's up? It's cold out here tonight. God damn it.
What's the temperature?
I don't know, but I went outside and my hands started hurting like immediately.
It was a solid 73 degrees today.
For y'all?
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone. Alex, Johnny, my boy, Graf.
We got CVS in the building. That's legit.
Yes. Dominic, I ever said that.
Oh, fuck CVS though. I get my prescriptions from Walgreens
as well. The homie. We got John 209.
But yeah, no. So I think we always talk about like films or whatever that we've seen or like shows that we've just watched. I just watched that. It was like a remake of Woman in the Window from Alfred Hitchcock, like earlier, but it came out on Netflix with Kirsten Wiig. And it's like it's like the girl in the window and across the street. It's like a parody of those kind of horror movies where it's like, oh, I saw somebody get murdered and now I'm actually crazy. And I was like, I got to tell you, like as somebody an American Horror Story fan, I watch that shit frequently. I was like very into it at first. And then at the very end, they like the killer out of like all the people that it could be. It was, the woman in the other window that I'm gonna ruin it, guys. Spoilers. Just la if you're still watching it, but it was the fucking kid, and that was the stupidest. Like, really, the child is gonna be like the person that kills like multiple, like 4 or 5 different people, and there's like police investigations and all this shit. And at the very end, and it's the kid. I'm like, what? Like, I just hate I hate when it's like these prolonged series like that, and at the very end, it's just the stupidest ending. And you're like, why did I waste all this time watching it?
Dude, there is the Twilight Zone by the Keenan and Peele guy.
Yeah.
That shit was kind of whack. I saw the first episode. I was like,
I could not. I knew it was gonna be bad. Like, I think personally, anytime you use like somebody as the selling point for your like,
oh, yeah, I get it.
You know it's not going to be good because that, like, if it's not good plot wise, then you're like, oh shit. It's like with the Suicide Squad, those trailers. The first movie, the James
first
Gunn
one
edition,
was such a bad plot. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, but the trailer was sick as hell, and I was hyped for it. I was like, this is legit. What? They got like all these different rappers coming in and doing songs. Like, they got Skrillex, Purple Lamborghini. What? This is crazy. And then it was the worst movie fucking ever. Like, and that's exactly what marketing does.
I actually have the Suicide Squad poster, not the second one, but
yeah, the second one is actually one of my favorite movies of recent years. I loved it.
Let me just talk. There's people in the room. My bad.
You're good.
Shout out to Solo, Pokemon Master. What's up, brother? Smoking on some buddies. Also the homie Wagon Life, aka Charles. He said, "Stop drinking that milk because I'm Asian." I guess. Hey, just because Chinese people fucking eat cheese doesn't mean we can't. Right?
I'm a sandwich. I don't live in Texas anymore. The weed laws in Texas are ass, so I decided to move. I might move back to Texas one day when I'm old, but
what about Cali? Ever?
Oh no,
no.
I think everybody. Oh my goodness, that cough.
But we gotta definitely meet up one day in Sesh. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I was just talking to Grant about I'm trying to go to like Amsterdam for my birthday or something.
Because I'll visit Cali, but I am living. I don't know. I don't know. But I can visit for sure.
I feel it.
If you're not from here, it can get like a little expensive. But if you have the like, it's exactly like with San Diego. I was living in San Diego, but with this whole stuff, like with my back and what's going on, like even working down there by myself is very expensive if you're not from there. And now that I'm back in NorCal, like, and I have family and shit here, it's a lot easier to definitely survive for sure. But yeah, Cali is pretty expensive.
Honestly, how I see like the weed market going though, I see a lot of, or at least how I want to like work in it and stuff like that. A lot of the trends were East too, personally. So like I also do want to work mostly probably like in the East Coast over the next like 5 years, let's say, just because I think that there's a lot of things that are going to trend this way. So it's kind of just strategic in that type of way as well to kind of like take advantage of some of like the emerging weed markets over here too a little bit.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm actually linking these guys' channels, so if you guys want to support them, please give them a follow. I don't know if it's a link or not, but
appreciate it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
How do I have both at the same time? I don't know. Fuck. Well, it's in the chat. You guys.
Yeah, you can just put it in the comments too afterwards or whatever. But I'm sure everybody's gonna find us. I feel like we're gonna keep doing these. People are already calling it the trio in the chat, so we could keep doing these like trio sessions, and they'll just keep getting more.
I actually invited the homie P2 Peeps as well.
Yo, dude, I was actually literally about to reach out to him. I was like, this guy is like very similar content to Andrew. He's kind of dope. I want to like do something with him. I was dead ass going to message him.
Yeah, he actually has work till 7, and he said if we're still on, but I have to take care of my dog and feed him pretty soon. So, well, not soon, around 7-ish.
Yeah, you're chilling.
But we got people in the chat. It's a pretty lively chat. We got 40 people in here. Just the homie and the librarian. Yep. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you for supporting the homies as well.
What do you guys think about? I just saw that they dropped the Obi-Wan Kenobi picture posters. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be a good show? I think Hayden Christensen's going to be appearing in it as well.
Really? That's
Yeah,
right there.
The
guy who played Anakin.
Y'all been watching Boba Fett?
Yeah.
No, I heard it was all right.
No, it's been going crazy. The first 3 episodes were all right, and then recently
I heard that
they merged it and stuff. They've actually done a masterful job. It's actually great now.
I heard people were pissed with the Sarlacc pit thing. Was it in that one, or was it in the Mandalorian where he goes back to go get his armor in the monster, and people were just pissed at the way they were he didn't have the armor on when he went into the monster, and then he
That's
went
what I'm
in.
saying. That was
it was a
2.
massive plot hole, and it was just oh, okay.
That was episode 2, and I agree. It was episode 3 to 4, pretty much when they brought Mandalorian back into the show. Because that's what it's just so much more exciting. Mandalorian is much more exciting than Boba Fett.
I think the most hype thing they did, even the CGI, was very, I think was pretty good for the level of what they were working with.
That huge room.
But when Luke Skywalker came in with the Mandalorian season, and people were complaining about it, and I was like, dude, you want Mark Hamill to come back looking like this old ass fucking dude? You know what I mean? Work
He's in this season too. He's in this season too. They brought him back.
Yeah.
But who do you guys have for the Super Bowl on Sunday?
Rams.
I don't watch football, but I know Bengals hasn't done shit or whatever because everyone says it. So I hope they win. Fuck it, underdog.
I think the Bengals are gonna win, bro.
Yeah. I'm probably not gonna be watching. Hopefully I'll be going out and doing something. Fuck, I just don't really like football, but I do respect the sport.
Dude, this is the only game of the year that I watch. Trust me.
I care very little. Yeah, for the daily. What's funny is now I'm gonna get back with basketball. I'm since I'm in Sacramento, the Sacramento Kings are this weird I love being a fan of the Kings because it's a love-hate relationship. For instance, they just did the dumbest fucking trade of all time 2 days ago, and they're just still so positive as a fan base that you're
Didn't Buddy Hield leave and stuff.
Yeah, it was a big old mess. They essentially took out the number 2 player, so it was just
damn.
I'm about to do a fatty dab though, just because we've been talking too much.
I've been getting high watching this Winter Olympics, bro.
I've been seeing you.
Olympics.
You're
I feel like I'm 10 again. I watch them sledding and shit. What the fuck are these people doing? They be going 70 miles an hour on a sled, dude.
Dude, imagine biffing it on that. You gotta break.
Bro, they die. People die. It's crazy.
Yeah, fuck all that. Fuck all that. I seen your video. They were laying down. How the fuck can you even see? They're just
Bro, they actually can't. They do it off a feel and they steer the sled with their legs.
Oh, hell.
Literally their calves. They have no hand steering.
How do they die? They fly off or what? Or
I don't know, just some crazy crazy accident.
Oh,
they don't have any safety rails, that's for sure.
And they don't have brakes on it either.
Yeah.
All right, shout out everybody in the chat.
It's crazy, dude. Those guys are insane.
Yeah.
And I know they make no money for doing that shit.
I've actually started watching the show because I have a Amazon Fire TV. It's built in the TV, so it has it's basically an Amazon tablet, but on a TV.
I got you.
And having an Amazon product, they advertise Amazon stuff to you. They showed a show called Reacher, which was based off the Jack Reacher stuff.
Yeah.
which I've never seen the Tom Cruise shit. But
Okay.
the show was actually pretty good. It was like a 80 to 90% on Rotten Tomatoes and
It
IMDb.
has
The
it has
movie's
Thad
good.
from Blue Mountain State.
Oh yeah, that's what my
Okay.
brother said. He was like,
That
I can't
is
take this guy
Blue Mountain
seriously.
State is the best show, and that every time I see that guy in any other role, I can't think of him because he's such a fucking hilarious, like, dumb person in Blue Mountain State. But
Yeah.
it is funny, like, he does match the perfect, like, Jack Reacher is like a bunch of like books and shit. So
Yeah. It's a good show. I'm only on episode 4 though, so I mean, from what I've seen so far, it's interesting. Some pretty dope action shit, and the story's pretty good.
Have y'all seen Swan Song, the movie?
Nuh-uh.
That shit's insane. Has anybody in the chat seen Swan Song?
What's it about? Football?
Like, huh?
Is it about football?
Oh no, it's not a sports movie.
Oh,
It's pretty much like a Black Mirror episode. So, it's pretty much like if you were gonna die and you didn't want your family to know, they could make an exact replica of you. You leave, and your replica could like come to your crib and like raise your kids and shit. And like,
oh, that is that Black Mirror episode.
But like, it's like, would you do it? And it's pretty much just a whole entire story of what happens and all that type of stuff. It's a really good movie. I suggest this.
is it new?
Yeah, it's pretty new.
Oh.
It's with the guy who's going to be in the new Blade,
Oh,
Mahershala
Ali. I seen
Yeah.
the Green Book from him, and I really like that movie.
Yeah, he's the star of this as well. Swan Song.
Oh, the Green Book. That also had the guy from Lord of the Rings in it too. That
Yeah,
was
he does a really good whatever New Jersey accent or whatever. 'Cause he's like,
Yeah.
Danish. I'm like, damn.
It's funny too because those actors are so good with accents,
It's
and then they'll probably like they'll do an interview and you realize that they're like from like New Zealand.
Like Christian Bale.
What? Yeah, like Christian Bale does more American than anything.
Dude, a lot of the new black actors too. Like,
oh my god, yeah.
A lot of them are British, and like the guy from Snowfall, and
Oh, Snowfall. The homie Monty watches that. He says it's really good.
oh, it's super good. But yeah, that dude's British, and he has a straight up LA accent. The whole he plays the guy from LA and now he's in his like 5th season.
Yeah.
You have to wonder. Oh, sorry for cutting you off. You go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you think it's easier for us to do a British accent or a British guy to do an American accent?
I think a talented actor can just do both of them like super easy, to be honest. Like if
Yeah.
we're talking about like high level actors.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I mean, I think they can pull out an Irish accent if they wanted to. For real, I think they can do all that shit. They take classes and stuff.
Well, yeah.
What is it? Some actors, I think it was the guy from Walking Dead. He's British. The main character.
Yeah, the Rick Grimes guy.
He had to.
He is?
Yeah, he's literally he's known because he's in Love Actually. He's in that like really like old like 2000s rom-com movie, and he's fucking British as hell.
That's why he has a forced ass like country accent. It makes sense now.
Yeah, no. He actually forgot his real accent and had to take like a class to like learn it again or some shit.
Oh, he was so method into like being in that. Yeah, that I love. Listen, like what's that one dude? I forgot his name. In There'll Be Blood, and like he's like in a bunch.
Oh
of,
yeah,
like,
no. Fuck.
I forgot his name too. Daniel something.
Movie.
Daniel something.
Daniel
Lewis. Yeah.
Daniel Lewis, yeah. Whatever. And this guy like literally is just known for being an absolute psycho on set and being like in complete character all time. Like you can't like he'll just like lose like don't like people like that. Well, it's like Heath Ledger with the Joker. He literally like locked himself in a hotel room with like a notebook for like 2 weeks and like just took Joker notes and shit.
I've actually read up on Daniel Day-Lewis. He like when he played Lincoln, he made everyone call him Mr. President even when they weren't filming, just so he could like fucking, you know.
Oh yeah, a lot of those guys are crazy like that. Yeah.
It's funny because like imagine, for instance, I went to film school and stuff, imagine if I was on a set like that, I would be high as shit as like the cameraman or something. Daniel Day-Lewis coming and walking around, and he would be like, "Hello, good sir." I'd be like, I would just completely start. I'd be like, "What the fuck?" And like, I'd ruin it, and he'd probably just start like, I'd probably get fired because I like reacted, you know. But like, it's so funny how actors are like that. Like,
yeah, they make enough money, they can dictate like what everybody on set is for sure gonna do.
yeah,
Especially
like
if the set is like remote, like they're not like around anybody. But if they're just in studio and stuff, I'm sure it's a lot harder.
well, hearing about the absolute nightmare Ellen DeGeneres was
What you
as
got?
I got some oh, you go first, Sim.
It was, I believe it's the Blue Diesel from Beazle.
I got some
That's Dizzy, right?
strawberry jelly. Yeah. So that flower co order I did on the video I just did, I literally got like 7 or 8 grams, and they were all just raw guarded and stizzy. I probably should have done some variations. That way I could have made more videos about it, but I was like definitely way too high in the moment. So I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, you've been doing content for like what, 2 months now? Like how you getting into things? Like how's the process?
We're rocking. We're at 160 subscribe. I've been getting like legitly like 2 or 3 subscribers a day. So
Nice.
it is funny when like people are like commenting and they're like, "Oh, how are you doing, man?" Like I'm already getting the little chaos family, so that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But
That's what's
you know,
up, man.
I'm like, especially just being home right now and like kind of like I feel like I'm about to go on disability. On Monday, I have to go like into my like surgery consultation. So like I feel like I'm just like getting more into just. I just saw your story though when Andrew's story when you literally had 13 videos ready. I was like,
Yeah.
God damn, how do you do that? Like, and I know Grant is super organized like that too. It's
Absolutely
really hard.
not.
Really? I thought you always had like you literally drop them like every day. I'm like,
Exactly.
fuck, I need to get them. Like
I make them every day, drop them every day. I can't backlog them. I've tried it, but I just personally, it's not my creative style. Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then now that I have the website, I'll drop it and then I'll write about it too. So like I'd be trying to get like pretty in depth about what I'm talking about and stuff if I can, but it's
no,
tough,
that
honestly.
it's cool. It's cool just being like homies with both of you guys in this scene and seeing like multiple different, even Sebi too. Like I was just texting Sebi, and he was like trying to get me on his Discord live like next week or something. But we were taught like even everybody seems to have like a different style of content, and it's cool because I feel like I'm on like learning from the masters in a way, you know. It is funny. It is funny, especially though, like seeing the like really big content creators now, like Dope as Yola, for instance. He just did that interview with Adam 22. You know, like they're like the people that you would have you're like not expecting to connect. It's like they're just looking at all these weed people's subscriptions and they're like, oh, we should hit these people's lines, you know? It's crazy.
Oh yeah. Simplistic. You ever get a studio or anything, or you want to keep doing videos like on the go?
Wait, who you talking to?
Andrew, you want
Oh.
to?
Wait, what did you say?
Do you want to like ever get a studio, you think, or anything like that? Or
Yeah, for sure. I'm just honestly, honestly, I do videos everywhere, like friends' garage if it's dark and shit. I don't even really.
I think that's why
I should get a studio though because
I'm just wondering, like, just a home. Obviously, you can still do videos anywhere, but just like a home place to, and like bring in like guests, or if you want to meet with people and shit easier.
Yeah.
I'm just asking, is that somewhere in like your plans?
Yeah, I just currently I'm with my parents taking care of them and stuff. So I really can't just be, doing that shit here. But, eventually, but I love my parents too much. I don't know if I'll ever fucking stop taking care of them, so I don't know.
That shit.
And I also think there's like the reason you guys even have the following that you do is like almost YouTube has like a level of amateurism like with the following that people appreciate. People like being involved in not necessarily your daily life, but like what you're doing within a weekly basis. Like you know, and seeing all that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I completely agree that both you guys definitely have like a level of broadcast, you know, in your future where you could extend your following and doing something, you know, way bigger for sure.
My bad. Just let me address some of these comments. Appreciate that,
Got
Neftali. Midnight Penguin. Damn, you are invincible, my friend. What is it? Dope all over. You use my video as. I have no idea. I just called it chill.
No, I just saw that too, Midnight Penguin. That's crazy.
You always care for your parents. You know what I mean? I'm out here. I ain't got a girlfriend. No, I'm just kidding. What else am I doing? No, I'm just kidding.
The only girl in my life is my fucking golden doodle that I brought on a couple times.
Yeah, dude.
She just lost all 4 of her fang, like the puppy teeth, like the fang teeth.
Yeah.
Literally within 2 or 3 days of us moving here, just because she's been playing with our other dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. What gave me a scare today is that my cat ran outside. And she's an inside cat, and I was fucking scared because, you know, obviously I just got her and shit. Well, not her, but ended up being in a hole on the side of the house. I literally drove all around my block, but then I started reading articles. They said that cats generally stay around the home area, but you know, you never know, you know. So I'm glad.
She came back, right?
No, she was in the fucking. You know how some every house has like holes that are leads down to like fucking area. I don't know where, but she was literally hiding in there.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, my friend's cat, unfortunately, like 2 months ago, they had moved out to like Escondido, where there's just like a bunch of hawks and shit out there. And the cat was an outdoor cat, and it just got lost. They didn't find it after like a month of looking, and it was just like, oh geez. At that point, you're like, okay, it's definitely not coming back.
Yeah, dude, I'm scared because my cat, like, she like when I'm walking, she like tries to like run through my legs, and I'm like thinking like if this was a car, you know what I mean? Like it would have been over, you know. And
my cat that I had when I was growing up used to do that shit. It's just kind of, but they're just wild animals.
Yeah, no,
they're good. Like they're really pretty good about not getting hurt though.
Yeah.
For real, like cats don't be
cats are yeah, it's crazy how much dogs like get hurt, but cats are
flexible,
like,
dude. Cats are like unbelievably flexible.
Yeah.
Shout out to Solo. You know what I mean? I'm Florida, so we got the homie Solo. He's staying in Florida for a little bit. You know what I mean? What is it over there? It's 9 o'clock right now. Yeah.
Be almost 10.
Shout out to Neftali Hernandez.
Same time zone as Chicago. I'm not too sure.
An hour ahead.
Shout out 777. Everybody else in the chat.
Keep your cats. Yeah, the door was left open. But yeah, there's, you know, you would want to like your cat to like explore the world, but there's just so many dangerous shit out there. You know, cats just fucking fight each other all the time and cars and shit.
Yeah, it's funny because where I was living in San Diego before I moved, I had my neighbor who lived behind me was literally, they had an outdoor cat that still, it's named Binks, and it would just like live on my porch out there. Like it would just sleep. Like it wouldn't even like come in to like the owner's house at night. It would just be like dicking around doing whatever. Like those are the real like outdoor cats.
Yeah.
Y'all have any fun shit planned like here this summer or anything? Y'all gonna travel or anything?
I want to go camping again. The homie Solo, he says he'd be watching the videos of us camping, and that shit was hella fun. Even though I didn't bring a fucking sleeping bag both times, and I had to sleep in the car with a towel. That shit was, I didn't even sleep. That shit was whack, bro. But I actually bought a sleeping bag, but we haven't gone camping yet, and my dog destroyed it. It was only like $10-$20 though, so I just bought another one. But that's hot, dude.
I hate when that shit happens. I'm so bad with like ADHD shit where like I'll literally bring everything, and it's always like I'll bring the smoke stuff, my Xbox, whatever. Like everything's,
money.
and then like blanket I don't bring, or like my fucking toothbrush, or like something incredibly essential. And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, I hate that shit. I mean, especially when, you know, we're smokers. You know, we're gonna forget some shit. You know what I mean?
Type shit. Oh, I'll be forgetting shit. No, definitely.
Bro, I be forgetting my camera with the SD card. You know how fucking.
Oh my God, I've done that.
I don't do that.
I don't do that.
I have some
I'm not
fucking,
gonna lie, I don't do that.
I have some fucking horror stories where I used to, like, in film school, go to like sets or whatever and bring like cameras and legitly like hire people where you pay money like for them to show up and everything, and you didn't bring the fucking memory card. And like and you have to like drive all the way home and shit like that. Like I've done the stupidest shit.
Yeah, I think because I don't drive, like I be making sure, because like if you take the train out here or some shit, you can't make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Because you're set back like way worse than if you were in a car, because you can't just turn around. So, and I've actually moving around recently. I've started filming with my phone a lot, and I've actually started to like it a lot, because unless I'm doing things where things are moving really fast, that's the only thing iPhones don't really pick up well. Other than that, my phone does a really good job of like capturing what I want, like if I'm just at a walking pace. So
I would just cut to say that shout out to the 38 people watching.
Hey, that's lit.
And to the people that are watching after, obviously, I haven't forgot about you. Thank you for watching 40 minutes of this non-live, for you at least. But shout out to you guys. Also, I feel like I should plug them once again. Shout out to the Cannabis Library and Professor Chaos. I'm sure I'll post a comment or put it in the description after this video is done. But yeah.
Somebody said, I want to see who can take the foulest dab.
Honestly,
Decuddy415. I'm just gonna take another dab.
Yeah,
because I literally have a dab here, right? Like
smoking weed and stuff shouldn't be a competition.
Honestly, you'll never see on my channel, I doubt on any of these guys' channels, those like destroying 2-gram cartridge in one sitting, because no one does that, and it's incredibly like doling on your body, you know what I mean? But to be able to like continually hang and conversate and dab,
it's expensive as hell.
Yeah,
like,
it's also stupid
for the average person that needs to buy like products and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like they're trying to. Most people are really trying to conserve whatever they have, whether it's flour or carts. Like I swear, like social media will make people feel like everybody's rolling everything 2 grams every time, like fat joints and shit. I'm like, no, people are conserving weed, because
I've known more stingy people than the crazy ball out people too, which is funny because like social media again is like, let me just drop this 1 gram dab, you know, like dabbing granny and shit.
Yeah,
and most of those people are also in like legal states that are like cheap, like Denver. You know,
they get it.
Like,
they get it for free. You know what I mean? Basically.
Yeah, exactly. Because most people still live in like fringe illegal states, to where like that stuff, even here where it's legal, it's super expensive. You know, on the East Coast, it's expensive.
Yeah, that's why I appreciate a channel like Grant, Cannabis Library. Because anyone could just sit in front of a camera and take fucking hits. You know what I mean? And I just appreciate that he brings some education and information to this community. Because like I said, it's so easy to just smoke in front of a camera, right? Like
I appreciate
do it all the
Absolutely.
time without a camera in our face, right? So, like I said, that's why I appreciate channels like you.
Appreciate it, bro. Now, all of us, it takes time to do this stuff. Somebody asked me today, talking about like what's the reality of making content like as often as you do, and I'm like, you're gonna have to like making content for real, because you're gonna have to do a lot. And even at this point, this far in, like if I was just starting out right now, I would just be like, you just have to enjoy making content. That's really the base of it, and then find where you fit. You know what I'm saying? And be open to other platforms also, in my opinion. Because some people need to like experiment with like TikTok and Instagram, because that might be better suited to like for whatever you do. YouTube's not right for everybody type shit.
Oh, but yeah. I do remember Honey Vape. Sorry, you guys were talking, so I had to type. I didn't want
No,
to.
you good. But kind of cut me off if I'm talking too much too.
Oh no.
That dab just put me in.
Damn
like
right, I'll cut you off. No, I'm just kidding.
That dab just
He's
like
monster.
destroyed me. Oh my goodness.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know what I mean. I don't know. I was just saying that.
Bro, I'm pretty lit. I smoked a couple of those J's, and I'm pretty lit.
No, I do remember custom grow. People are talking about custom grow in the chat and shit. Like I do remember like the original 2 or 3, maybe even 4 years ago, like YouTubers that were like big, and there was almost like no level of
age restriction or
like monetization or whatever, and they got hit the hardest, like just in terms of like, oh, these are the first people that are done. And it's crazy to see, again, like all the best to like some of the like really big channels now, but like you almost have to have like a level of diversity to your content, otherwise you're just gonna get banned like that.
Yeah, no, I feel it. Most of my videos are age restricted right away though, but
mine are age restricted before they even upload. It's crazy how they even fucking get me like that.
Exploring while high ones, it literally says exploring while high are not age restricted. Well, some are, but like the ones I've been uploading lately, no. I'm like, okay, but like,
yeah, no, I've noticed with my lives, for instance, like when I go live and it'll upload, almost it's never age restricted, but every time I do a specific, like obviously a concentrate review or whatever, that shit is immediately, I'm like uploading it and they're like emailing me before, they're like, hey, just to remind you, you stupid asshole. Like,
yeah, no doubt. No doubt. They get that shit so quick nowadays. It's unbelievable.
I mean, I also think it comes with the territory too, but that's kind of why you have to like, I'm probably just going to, just because I have StreamYard, for instance, like add the like Twitch to the streams or whatever, and have the like start to have that like multiple revenue platform.
That's what I do.
Because like, again, like learning from Grant and stuff, because if you're just doing this shit on Instagram, like there's no way you're going to make any kind of like, at least plentiful like monetization or content wise, because you're just going to get deleted,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, leveraging. When I see people that are leveraging like all their content on Instagram, I'm definitely wary of that stuff for sure. Like I don't know, a lot of people are like building full businesses off of Instagram, and doing it in any sector is like kind of scary to me. But I don't know, people love Instagram.
I don't understand how many trap Instagrams there are. Like when why? Like I have to make my shit private like now, because like as soon as you make it open, just get like the 4 or 5 a day. Like it's crazy. And they're like different like trap, like they're illegal stizzy like pictures, illegal like whatever, like maybe even legit shrooms or drugs or whatever. I'm like,
that's how they operate out here though.
I know. And it's like, do people actually like, click through these? I'm curious,
Bro, out here, yes, 100%, because people aren't going to the dispensary. So like out here, like that's how dealers operate, is through like Instagram for the most
social media. Like for sure.
Yeah, social media stuff.
Well, what's funny is like, for instance, I've always, not been computer savvy, but I've always understood that, you have a traceable presence on the internet when you don't use a private network, right? Yeah. So like using VPNs and stuff, even today, like now that I'm streaming content and shit, I'm like, of course I'm going to have a VPN or whatever, because the first thing that people do, especially with content creators, is like fuck around with your public information. It's crazy.
You have a VPN? I should really get one.
Yeah, no, I have ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN, plug me. I will do ads for you. But I love ExpressVPN, because it's literally like, I think it's like I did like the 6-month thing, so it's like $6 a month. But basically you can safe wherever you want. I think I'm in like San Francisco right now. That's where my IP is, but I'm obviously not in San Francisco. But the idea is that like that way you can like do a bunch of you can technically go on the black like the dark web and shit that way. You can like say you're in Germany or whatever, but it gives you internet anonymity. Ugh, I'm stupid. I'm too high to physically say that word right now. But yeah, like long story short, like you're just like shit. Especially like you can go on Netflix in France, and then you realize that there's South Park on Netflix in different countries and weird shit like that. It's crazy.
So I should really
like if you're out here, like because people don't go to the dispensary and because all the stuff's coming from California and stuff. Like I can personally say I've copped from multiple accounts out here. Because
well, I mean, they're not bad people. You just got to find like. Don't get me wrong. San Diego.
I found them through my channel, and I was answering somebody in here. They said, "Have you bought from like Instagram dealers?" And I'm saying, "Yeah," because and also out here in Chicago, and I'm sure they have them in California too. You know, like those meetups with all the different dealers and stuff like that. And so at that, then they just give out their information, and then that's how you kind of meet. And so now you're like, "Oh, I saw you at this," and then you know them off of there too. So.
Yeah. You know what it is for me is I'll go on Snapchat. I don't really use Snapchat anymore, but I used to. And if you did the map thing when you zoomed out, you could like literally just like tap the area you're at, and it would always be like those weed accounts or whatever, just like plugging their like accounts. They're just be like, oh, look at this, you know.
You know, I actually considered doing a video of calling one of these numbers or something.
Oh my god,
yeah, this is probably like promotion of some shit. I'll just keep it to myself.
I was thinking about doing like all the fake weed map like delivery services you see and shit like in the area. Yeah. Like and just being like how ridiculous some of like I didn't want to like I decided not to because I think it would just ultimately come across as bad, you know, those are small businesses, whatever. But it is funny how some like delivery services or whatever, for instance, in like this area, they're just terrible service models. They're like, oh yeah, 100+ minimum on this cash only delivery that you've never heard of before, and there's no products that you know of either. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, you know, I'll just order off these or something. Like what?
Yeah, but in order to kill ours, they're gonna have to bring the price of bud down because for now, and the quality of the dispensary is gonna have to go up too because the stuff on the street is better than the stuff in the dispensary for sure out here.
Oh, 100%. I've heard how it is.
But I haven't been to Maid Gallery. I've had bud from East Oakland. It's nice actually.
Extend the for another 30 minutes if that's cool. If you guys are not busy.
Oh yeah. That's chilling.
Yeah, if you guys are down. I just want to see if my homie comes on P2 Peeps. Shout out P2 Peeps. Someone said, and then maybe you can get acquainted. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, 100%. And then yeah, Grant, feel free to dip whenever you have to. But I literally.
I think I'm good. I'm just chilling tonight.
Oh, he's like fuck it. He texted his plans. He's like, I'm not.
All right, 3 hours. Woo! No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, you know what's funny? I got this gram cartridge today before this chat, like before this live, because I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna see if I can just like kill a cart during this live. But literally, again, from the Flower Co., guess how much their gram cartridges are, like the company itself. It's like $15 a gram. Like that's how cheap this shit is now. Like
yeah. No, that's how it should be, but the market's just so controlled out here.
Well, yeah, but it's kind of fucked too at the same time that like there's the services that are offering like those great prices, right? And then you go into dispensaries and they're only offering the $60 gram cartridges because it's almost like they're controlling like the sales market. And it's like there's so many companies, like even as somebody who's working for a CBD company where we would make Delta 8 products, HHC products, whatever, like the threshold for a lot of these price points doesn't need to be so high. And it's kind of ridiculous that, unless
It's like it's fake. I talk about it on my channel all the time, but like the price point.
It also depends too. I think like for instance, Stizzy, right? Stizzy can provide, or Plug and Play. They both can provide like reasonable price adjustments to whatever, because it's a different kind of like, battery experience, whatever. But like when it's legitly just a kind of like 510 thread card or whatever, and it's like $60, I'm like, that's so taxed. Like heavy hitters, to me, I've never bought a heavy hitters cartridge.
I'm not familiar.
For instance, heavy hitters in San Francisco, or I think maybe I bought them like once in San Francisco, but they're literally like $60 a gram, like to this day, and they're always like,
here,
okay, well, it's expensive here,
okay.
And it's like that's like, to me, it's like in the California market, $20 a gram is like cheap cartridge, right? $40 a gram is like an affordable. That's usually what I will pick up. $60 is like an expensive premium brand cartridge, and that can range from multiple brands. But like it is funny how heavy hitters is like such an old brand, and they still are at like $60. Like they haven't changed up anything. Like that's why I'll probably never get them.
They have a market.
I don't know. I love brands that like they're affordable, and then they also like Raw Garden, right? Like Andrew loves Raw Garden. I love Raw Garden. Stizzy, for instance, as well. That you can provide an affordable product. You can provide a premium product. You can just you can like have multiple options.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Damn, pretty lit.
Yeah, I don't have a lighter. I gotta go get a lighter because I'm about to hit this bong right quick. Shit.
That's why I was like, for this live, I was like, I'm just gonna get a cart, because I feel like I'm always like deep into these lives, and I'm so high. I'm like looking around for stuff. I'm like, oh, where's my torch?
I wish Raw Garden used ceramic. Yeah, that'd be an upgrade for sure.
Bro, did you see you probably didn't, but I just reviewed this brand called Fire in so they're called Fire, and they were in March and Ash in San Diego, but they're a California brand. They were $25, and they were ceramic cards, and they were Fuego. They were like actually very good.
Live resin?
Yeah, like no, it was a very affordable card. Or no, I think it was a distillate card. But it was just like a $25 distillate cart with ceramic cartridge was like a pretty good, like, definitely.
There's another company with that kind of same shit. The Cure Company. Have you tried the Cure carts or whatever? And they were ceramic, but they were distillate as well. And it was pretty good. They did clog though.
Dude, I actually heard of. That's funny that Ducati talked about the 2 gram carts. The heavy hitters, I think they used to actually do like fat ass 2 gram like carts like that back in the day. And I remember one of my friends got it on like a regular like screw on pen, and immediately snapped the pen with it on because it was just so long. Like he was trying to hit it, and he just wasn't used to it being that long, and went like and it just
pictures of those. That shit fucking crazy.
Yeah. What? Yeah, but no, I'm excited. I don't know. I want to see more like variations with HHC. Like I want to see more 510 thread variations of HHC, and I also want to see HHC as a cannabinoid go down, because I think that it's just like a really a great potential cannabinoid, but it's so popular right now that price-wise it's not really justifiable, at least in my opinion, coming from like an affordable standpoint.
Yeah.
Dude, they just be making all that stuff up. It's so insane.
Well, yeah, like and again, like it's funny.
And it has to be because it has to be more expensive than like the last product. So that kind of like drives the price up.
Well, yeah, like especially I literally went to the expo with Colorado Chromatography there, and we literally were like, they gave us samples of just HHC distillate.
Yeah,
you know, and it was literally like this was what May or June of last year, and like literally they were like, this is the next big thing. And yeah, no, they were 100% right. And it's crazy when you can almost like are the first ones in market like that, you can definitely control the price.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Gotta open a new buddies. I got the papaya.
Simp doesn't smoke CRC. What the hell?
I mean, when I tried like new brands, it's unfortunate, but you know, I don't like.
He's doing it for the fans. That's some cap. He does live resin along with me. I think
I'm better than live resin. I'm not.
I honestly, live resin is the best. Like, I just think for the market right now, concentrate wise, you can do the most with it. You can have the best affordability factor, and you can do like the best kind of strain variations. Like the stuff that like highlights, for instance, that off brand of like Connected Cannabis or something. They were doing like dumb, crazy batter like variations where it was like Northern Lights and like gelato like mixed in, and it was like a $29 gram. You know, like that shit's crazy. But yeah, no, like I feel like for content, I kind of do want to like almost order like a fake, like what fake shatter looks like, and like I'm not even gonna smoke it, but I would just compare it to like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like there's so many of those fucking brands like that are fake market, you know, like especially you do them all the time on your channel, Andrew, with like the Reddit almost, you know, like the Reddit carts.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's like legitly like so many on Weed Maps. Weed Maps is like not even a fucking certified source anymore. There's more fake stuff on there than anything.
Dude, Weed Maps, that's like if you go to most of the strains, there's no information. They just every time they hear about a strain, they log it and then they just add it, and they add a fake picture on there and they just have it on there, and they just hope that other people like comment on it. Like that's like the way they've like structured it. But they have a lot of money because they create ads and stuff like that, and they sponsor shit. Like they got
ads on Pornhub.
They got a lot of money, bro.
I mean, I think whenever it is funny, like whenever money transpires, like the face of a company or a brand completely changes. You know, Weed Maps probably started with such good intentions, and then because they become such a public domain and a public figure with hundreds of brands representing them, now they're inclined to, you know, not say anything bad about.
It was also like 2 legal states when they came in, though.
Literally.
Like now there's like 30 something. You know what I'm saying? So they also have to, like, it's so hard to keep up. There's so many strains. They can't hire people everywhere. It's like all this crazy shit now.
Yeah, it's almost like how Leafly writes. Just like they write like some good articles, but it's also like they're writing like, what is Delta 8? And it's like last month. And I'm like, are you kidding me, guys? Like, come on. Like, you got to be a little bit quicker. Like, you know, like some of these, like, I don't know, some of these like weed brands, you know, like on Instagram and stuff where they have like millions of followers. Like, I've even talked to their like sales reps, and it's just so funny how they operate. Like, their whole sales pitch is like, oh, well, you know, I don't know if you've seen our Instagram, but we have 4 million followers. And I'm like, that's great, man. What's your like, you know, what's your click-through rates? Or like, let me see your like what you actually do, like in terms of like product advertisement. But no, we have 5 million followers. They're probably half of them are fake, probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh shit, we got the Turk Flipper. Is that what that's called? Turk Flipper or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup, fat hit. And that shit, I still haven't hit or took a dab out of something like that. Looks like
I'll bring you one. I have an extra one.
Y'all live by each other now, huh?
Like literally an hour away.
Yeah, you're in Roseville, right? Or yeah. That's like an hour, 2 hours. Always caught 2 grams of time.
So wait, what city you live by again, Andrew? Or what city you in?
I'm in Modesto, which is like the Central Valley. It's like the mid part. It's like an hour from SAC, an hour and a half from SF. We're like east of SF. And then we're south of SAC.
I got you.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta go.
Well, I don't know what states you know about Cali. So do you know like?
I think I get it.
Stockton.
Huh?
You know about Stockton, right? Stockton's in between Modesto.
I don't know about Stockton.
Oh, okay. Well, Stockton's like.
I know about the places you named, though. I can see I can imagine those.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know too much. Like a lot of parts of the country, I have like kind of thought about, but I haven't been out to Cali. I've been out. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I was a kid last time I went out there.
Yeah. No. Yeah. What is it? Would you ever move from Modesto to the Bay Area of LA? Hell no. Traffic. I'll kill myself in traffic. Fuck that. That shit is wild. I can't. I honestly. Traffic is the worst, man. I don't know. But I guess now that the family has a Tesla, like I can be playing games or fart noises in the car, I guess. So.
Oh, we're still going.
But you know what I mean? We got my friend Chris Martin. He stops. Bud Tender saw who I was, and he gave me 300 on the CDT. Stizzies? What? Dush Wump, what's up, brother? Stone with the gang, yup.
Oh my god, I was hankering for that pee for like at least the past 30 minutes. But CDT Stizzy cartridges, I feel like I'm about to try those, honestly.
I like them.
Are they that different than just the regular ones?
They're just raw garden.
It's just a raw garden Stizzy pod, essentially.
Yeah, I tend to like CDT distillate more than live resin. It just tastes better to me. I don't know if it gets me higher. It still gets me high. I don't know if it's higher or less higher, but it has a nicer taste, and I don't know. I just seem to like it better. Sometimes you get live resin, it tastes like grass and shit. I'm like, dude.
Yeah. For instance, Raw Garden. I had Banana OG from Raw Garden like yesterday, and it just did not taste good. I was like, oh. But like you still do it. You still dab it because it gets you high, but you're just like,
wait, you said Raw Garden or Banana OG? How old?
But like, no, it's just like I just didn't like the banana terpene. Like sometimes I like, for instance, bubble gum and like those random like sometimes even like mandarin kind of like orange. Like I won't ever get like orange citrusy like terpene kind of.
I like that.
Yeah, see, like it's just like a preference thing. Like for instance, so like I don't know why I picked Banana OG in this drop, but I guess I wanted to try it, and I was that's the thing, especially with my reviews. Like somebody commented the other day, they were like, "You never leave a bad review, and I love it." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I feel like I wouldn't spend the time like physically reviewing it and sitting there and recording it if I wanted to just shit on it." Like,
and you're already getting brands you already like too, right?
Yeah, but especially like I do get a lot of brands where I'll be like, "This is subpar." Like I'm not gonna drop a review on it, but it like I feel like that gives a lot like a better personification to your channel. Because like there are times, for instance, where I've gotten something I expected to be fire, and I'll put it in the review that I'm like, like the terpenes weren't good or whatever, and like it's still a good brand. You're just like, hey, maybe next time, like do something a little different, But that's my opinion, also, and I'm hella people have different palates and shit.
Yeah, my room's shit.
That daddy boy, I guess.
All right, my room's shitty. Fuck.
It's because I got my college dorm lights, and I'm like, hey, I like analyzed people's fucking YouTube channels, and I'm like, how do I appeal to every single
Why did he
person?
say just saying at the end of it? He's like, just saying.
Danny boy. He said, Danny boy.
Hey, you don't have to live in it, so
Just
I mean,
saying.
that's all I gotta say.
I have such an ADHD problem, or like an OCD problem too. Like I sometimes have to, what's funny about these two paintings right here is that a 12-year-old painted them. And I personally think that like she could do better than anything I've ever painted in my life. I was like, you are so artistic. I'm gonna buy these off of you. And it was like a feel.
I can't paint worth shit. I be trying sometimes. I went to a puff paint and I can't paint it too good, but it's all right. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, like I feel like those fucking paint meetups, I would always just fuck up, and I've tried to do those, and I would just like laugh and end up just not participating. Like my ADHD, you would think would be better like smoking a lot, but I feel like when you like in these situations, for instance, like these videos and stuff, when we're smoking for like an hour, I feel like my ADHD just suddenly gets back and like worse because I'm just in this environment for so long.
I'm a sandwich. Yeah. Eventually the price will come down here in Chicago when these new dispensaries, because they're starting to approve more people. And once that starts to happen, because since I've gotten here, the price has already gone down a little bit for real. Like even in the last like 4 or 5 months, the prices started to go down just as more dispensaries open. And as the price on the streets just settles out too, because that's kind of just what's going to that's what's going to choose it, because some of these stores are giving away so much bud too. Like they're doing like these buy two get ones and stuff, like stuff that they would never do before, but you could tell it's like end of the season, and so they're trying to like get a lot of this shit off.
Yeah,
so they're going to have to lower their price, no doubt, to actually be able to sell it.
Mac and cheese live rosin, Midnight Penguin. I'd be very interested into hearing how you think that would taste.
Cheesy.
I mean, even to go like as a plant person, like to do like that hash rosin process and to pick a strain that's mac and cheese, that's pretty interesting. So I'm interested.
The deep dish pizza out here would be nice.
I need to try that. I might have ordered it, but not. It was like at fuck, I forgot what the fuck it was called. But Monty took me there. It was in Stockton somewhere, but I ordered it and it was hella bread. I was like, damn, I think I fucked up.
Hella bread? Nah,
that's like the crust was hella big or whatever. I was like, damn.
Oh, it's for sure hella big.
Yeah.
This is like hella big.
Yeah.
And hella sauce on top.
I couldn't finish it. But it was fire. But I was like, damn, yeah, I probably shouldn't have ordered it. Like hella thick ass crust.
A lot of bread. Yeah, there's a lot of bread.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
Here the one doesn't have a lot of bread though.
I can't ever wait that long. I get like kind of low. I get low key bad because especially like with restaurants, like I'll show up obviously extremely high, like ripping my pen or whatever, and then they're like, "Okay, we're gonna do the deep dish pizza, guys. It's gonna be 45-minute wait," and I'm like, "Are you?" What? Like, oh fuck! Like, so I'm just like so like mad by the time it gets there. I'm just so hungry,
Yeah. Shout out Killer Demo. He was actually in here. He was in the chat. He left to go back to work, but he's working. You know what I
mean? He's still at work. He's got to be in the live.
He came in and showed some love real quick. What else?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Not Lou. Lou's is pretty good, but it's really expensive, and you're gonna wait. Giordano, I'm not pronouncing that right.
Giordano's?
Yeah, Giordano's.
Giordano.
There's a couple places out here that are pretty nice, for sure.
Mountain Mike's over here. I mean.
Yeah, Mountain Mike's, bro. I haven't been to Mountain Mike's. I haven't been to Mountain Mike's since I was
at the pizza place.
At least.
Yeah, it's basically, in my opinion, I don't want to say I want to say it in my opinion because I might upset some people, but
you're gonna upset some Mountain Mike's fans.
Huh? Can you send me some money, Andrew? Yeah, hold up. All right. What was it?
Wait, the pizza's what? You didn't finish your sentence.
Oh, yeah, the pizza's fire. I like
Okay.
it. My bad, my brother fucking lost my train of thought.
I everywhere I travel, I usually get pizza, and there's fire pizza like everywhere. It's unbelievable. I
Yes,
don't know what's
CBS.
the
I've
best.
heard that about Sabara before. Goblin is from Chicago too. I think he like lives in it. Goblin lives in Illinois, and he talks about Sabara being like absolute fucking garbage in his videos too. Is that like a pizza place over there?
Sbarro's everywhere. That's a chain like all around the country.
I don't think they're in California at all.
Okay,
I like haven't seen a Sabara, but I've seen them when I travel too. Like I've seen them on the
Exactly,
East Coast and stuff.
Like,
So,
'cause they're in Texas too. Like they're everywhere. Like they had them in my college town. Like there are a lot of places for sure.
oh my God, I remember Neftali Hernandez, my boy.
I hope
He's been
Lewis
repping us
joins.
for the past 2 hours now. But I remember when I was going to college, I went to college in SF State, and there was this startup app for pizza. And it was like, I think it's actually like popping off now. I forgot the name of it, but it's literally just like essentially Postmates for pizza. And literally, I remember like trying it out like the first year it started, and it absolutely not working. Like I would order this pizza. It would be like, oh, it's gonna come in an hour. Literally not show up until like 2 a.m, like 7 hours later, and then it's like at your door, and you're like, what the fuck? Like
I
San
think Derek
Francisco.
Lewis.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I think Tai Tuivasa.
You think so?
Yeah. I just feel like Derek Lewis is good. Don't get me wrong; he's the KO king.
But he could lose for sure.
Yeah. I just think Tai Tuivasa is more technical.
I got you.
I just think Derek Lewis just blitzes people, and just text me. All right, hold on. I'm
Like,
me right now. Yeah. My bad.
you good, bro? We've been on here.
Oh, so with the Dab X, Andrew, so with the Dab X, do you have the cap like off like that? Or
Yeah.
like
I actually lost my cap. I'm fucking pissed. I had 2 of them too. But
no, because okay, so wait. So I was trying to figure that out though on the pressing point on the so when you're hitting it, the pressing, does that like carb it?
the pressing? What do you mean?
Oh, like the little button on the side.
Oh yeah, that's a carb. Yeah.
Got it. Okay,
I
that
think
makes a
some
lot
people
more
just pull
sense.
the device off and hit it that way.
Well, no, like yeah, that's what I was doing because I'm an idiot and I didn't watch any video instructions or anything. I was just
Well,
like,
you're not the first, though.
I was like, oh, Andrew has it, so I'll figure it out. Okay, I'll get it. Like, and then I'm like, actually, there was a ton of instructions, and I was like, oh shit. Like, and I was reading it, but it's a very like easy device to figure out. I just think it's funny, like they do set you up, like hook you up with like the box and stuff, and like even the poster. I was about to be like, should I put that poster in the back? And I'm like, oh my god, no. I'll be like, Andrew, I'll have it.
Yeah, Shady, how you doing?
What was I? Yeah, I'm actually uploading a DabX, how to use the DabX video soon.
Bet.
So
I'm gonna need that.
yeah. I actually got to learn from the creator. So
Nice, bro.
Yeah,
so,
they should hook you up as like a rep. Well, they already do basically with the coupon code and stuff.
Yeah. I actually don't get paid from that, but I do rep it. Yeah. So, but I'm already grateful that they flew me out there or took me out there. So I don't really care.
It's crazy how the affiliate game and cannabis works, bro.
Oh my god, yeah, I know firsthand. Like some of when you get up there and I mean you just did fucking Chrissy Harl's interview, bro. She is a straight grinder in the game. Like talk about yeah, like just when I was working with her at Via, just calling and talking with her and stuff, like she literally would talk about how, she was hiring an assistant and stuff, because that's how hectic when companies start approaching you and like, you're really getting into it. Like,
Yeah.
she's
Luckily, I work with my girlfriend, and she manages most of like DMs and that type of stuff.
yeah.
Like, I mean, it just gives you more time to think about like what you like making more content. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to reach out to companies somewhat, and if we're talking to companies and stuff, and I'm also like not that great at scheduling shit. Like personally, like just knowing myself, like I'm really not that great at scheduling shit. That's why I'm not good at having like content ready backloaded. Like once I just make it, I just gotta put it out then, just because that's when I got it done.
Yeah. No, I feel it.
Neff, I have heard of Left Coast. I think Left Coast is like the B team to Stizzy. Like I personally, they're okay, but I don't know. None of their products have ever like surprised me. It's always just been like kind of, oh, this is another kind of pod system or whatever. But you know, maybe if they want to reach out to me and send me some stuff, then I'll get a better opinion or whatever.
I actually haven't reached out to companies, but I don't know if you guys, I mentioned it in the video. Some guy actually took my name and started making emails, but under
Yeah,
and started emailing so many companies because I would be like, "Hey, Chris," I'm like, "Okay, start off wrong. My name's not Chris." And
That's crazy.
Going back to you, clarifying if like I had like 10 companies call me Chris.
You never reached out to anybody before, Andrew?
Oh no, when I started, for sure, I did, but
not for a while type shit.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah.
If they're asking to do content, then just do. Then yeah, hell yeah, dude, just go for it. I just haven't used them personally.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was responding to the Neff.
Oh. But yeah, I haven't really messaged people in a while to like ask if they want to like exchange a video for a product or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's part of the game. I did that when I had 100 subs and I got
shit. So I've already started.
Discouraged. All right.
Yesterday I got the like really cringy. I was like, there's absolutely no way. It was like the really quick cringy like weed shop, like it's just like 420 like necklaces and stuff. I'm like, there's no way I'm plugging this shit. What the hell, dude? Like, but it's funny how you're already getting like what like at 100 and you know whatever, you're already getting those companies reaching out and stuff.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's I'm pretty fortunate, you know. I don't have to look for all the companies. They kind of just watch. Companies are constantly watching content on YouTube.
They're constantly watching. They're watching on Instagram a lot too.
Yeah.
Like I've tried to start making more Instagram content. I'm honestly not a huge. Thank you. I'm honestly not a huge fan of doing it. I don't like Instagram. It doesn't feel.
I don't like Instagram personally.
It doesn't feel good for me to get on Instagram that much, to be honest. Like I want to get on there just because I feel like it opens up my portfolio of like what I can do. But at the same time, I don't like spending a lot of time on there.
It also just feels very like limiting in terms of like cannabis content and like I don't know. Like it's like I don't want to hop on WeedTube either. So it's like
it feels just kind of fake to me. Like Instagram feels like everything is just like it's not like on YouTube. There's actual sense of like community. Like there's people going back and forth, like talking back and forth and stuff. On Instagram, it's kind of just like a talent show, I guess, or like a show off type thing, a little bit more. And I don't know. I like YouTube's like organic reach a lot more. I feel like
my goal was YouTube, never Instagram. You know, like,
yeah,
that's the main goal. So,
I definitely want to start getting into like Twitch and not even like streaming just this stuff on Twitch, but like video games or even like those playthrough. Like I fucking love The Witcher or like Red Dead or even like those open world games. Like I feel like we're so good at just commenting on stupid shit for like an hour or 2 hours at a time that we could definitely pick up, you know, doing other. I just don't want to be like a complete weed channel. You know what I mean? I want to have some variation to my content. Like I was even thinking about having like a second part, like a second channel for just reviewing like movies or whatever, or video games or whatever, just so that way all of my content isn't 18 plus, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what everyone's doing now. I think Eric Khan has a card channel. Shout out to the homie. I think Dopey Jola has a podcast channel. So
Yeah.
it's good to not have all your eggs in one basket.
For sure.
Yeah, dude. I've been working trying to get this website off the ground. It's a lot of work, but I'm trying to get a little bit decentralized from YouTube if possible.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So for a place they can always find your content. Even
Right. Exactly.
not saying, but if it ever happens.
Well, it's honestly nowadays pretty hard on YouTube, at least, to get like deleted for stuff like especially the stuff that we post. We're very clear like what we're posting. We have the stuff, but in the beginning of the video that says, "Hey, you have to be 21 or 18 or whatever. Don't fucking watch it otherwise." And like, I feel like nowadays, but Instagram, it's literally like somebody can report you because they don't like your profile or they're jealous or whatever. Yeah. And then you're banned. Like, that's just it. Boom. Like,
yeah, it's even TikTok's not that bad. At least TikTok's like you get banned for a day. But like Instagram, they just take your shit away completely. Yeah. Like, I just put shit on Instagram, hope that people like it. But like, I definitely don't take too much stock in Instagram, and I feel bad. Like, some companies are legit paying like big money every month. Like, I'm talking 5-10 grand a month on like Instagram style advertising, whether it be like influencers or whatever. And I really wonder what the return on like any of that is, because I know the return on YouTube is tough to get.
It's not big. It's not big. That's for sure. No, coming from the business side of it, it's definitely, especially with it's all very new in terms of like even CBD companies running ads on Facebook and Instagram. Like, I see a lot of like Medterra stuff and whatever on Instagram, and like they can't even advertise the physical product. It'll be like some like moving image of like leaves or whatever while they explain the product. Yeah. It's just so like not even worth it in terms of like large scale advertising. It's only worth it if you're like a multi-million-dollar company and you can have the budget to advertise it, Otherwise it's like stupid.
I seen the Daily High Club, they have their own Instagram, and they get away with promoting, like, they had a joint container, and in the container they had like Cheetos instead of fucking a joint.
They have good content.
See, that's smart.
That's good content.
Yeah. They have that TikTok voice too, the girl. This is something or whatever. But yeah.
Imagine if weed gets federally legal. I don't think weed's gonna get federally legal within the next like 10 years, honestly. I think it's a money game in terms of like state operation. There's a lot of like politics in states where cannabis isn't legal to back it not becoming legal, if that makes sense.
I think it'll become decriminalized, but I don't think
it'll become decriminalized because there's so much push on it becoming legal.
It's gonna be a voting. I think it's gonna be a voting thing. Like, people are gonna vote on that side. Like, now that some of the other shit is like tapering off a little bit, I think weed is gonna be like a big thing that people are gonna run on now. But we'll see. You never know.
I just saw a politician. I saw even on Instagram, there's a politician that was running for his like Senate spot or whatever, and he was smoking a fucking blunt at the end of it, like very clearly, because he's supporting, just overall. I think decriminalization is the way to go, because then you're going to get all 50 states to agree. You know what I mean? But for instance, in places like, I don't know, like the Southern Belt or whatever, not exactly Texas, but anywhere like in that range where the weed laws are the harshest, they're not going to just completely swing from going, so harsh to completely legal overnight. And those politicians
might have to.
I hope so. I'm just saying like that. I'm just being a realist, but I hope.
It's just, the thing is, without the federal government backing them, like in terms like right now, federal government is the reason why they stay illegal. if the federal government is saying like, all right, fuck it, it's okay, like these states are it's gonna be tough for them to like stay illegal for much longer after that. It'll be crazy. But the thing that's crazy to me in the future is whenever it can be shipped like nationwide, that's when like everything will change.
Absolutely.
My bad to cut in, but you guys want to take this last dab before I end it? I really got to feed my dog after this.
Yeah.
You got it, man.
I literally just started heating up this rig. That was funny.
But I would like to thank everyone that joined the stream. It was a good one. This was, like I said to these guys, or I don't know if I said in the stream, but it was my first stream that I hosted. I've been on one, obviously. You've seen them on my channel since 2020. I could be wrong, but I'm sure it's 2020. And yeah, appreciate you guys for being on here as well.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you guys taking this fat dab. Make sure to subscribe to SimSlick and my boy Grant, the Cannabis Library.
Call me
Andrew. He said, call me Andrew.
And we love you guys.
Say, call me Andrew.
Good.
Oh my god. Oh, that is
culture, the Cannabis Library, _. And my personal is Who Is GPAT. If you look at my
I'll post it in the description, both their channels as well. But yes, thank you guys.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Pleasure.